Howdy everyone, Dan here with Grits and Glamour again. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's actually raining sideways outside. We've got 25 mile per hour gusts, or actually sustained winds, 35 mile per hour gusts. And that's the price you pay when you live 5 minutes from the beach here at Ocean Shores, Washington. A night like tonight, where we're stuck inside, we're going to cook some clam chowder, or clam chowder if you're from Boston. So, we've got some local wine here from the Columbia Valley up here in Washington State. And let's get started. What we've done, we've chopped up 3 stalks of celery. We're going to do 1 medium onion here. I don't know if you can hear it in the background, folks, but if you listen to Pandora, make sure you check out Southern Rock Radio. That is our go-to radio station when we cook. Let me tell you, they really play some jamming music. We're going to dice up these onions. And what we've done is we've cooked 6 pieces of bacon in the pot that you're going to cook your clam chowder in. You're going to have just enough grease in it to saute these vegetables. Woo! There's the There's the mace in the eye. Yeah. Woo! Man, there's got to be a better way. You know what, folks? If you know of a non-tier way to chop onions, leave me a comment, because I think I've tried about everything short of putting safety glasses on and wrapping my head in shrink wrap. I'm going to chop these up. And while we're at it, I'm going to show y'all a little something that I use here. It's called an ulu. Not sure if you've seen these, but these are great for chopping. It's called an ulu. You just roll it. They use these, I think they originated up in Alaska. Just basically roll it and you're chopping your onions. We've got our oil still, our grease from the bacon grease over here still heating up. Right now I can barely see what I'm doing because my eyes are just flooding like I've been maced. We're going to transfer this to our hot grease from our bacon and saute this. We're going to add our celery. And we're going to saute this here. It usually takes about, I don't know, about 3 to 4 minutes, maybe, something like that. After this is kind of translucent, we're going to add 2 cloves of garlic to this. Alright, we've got our onion and celery translucent here. We're going to add, I didn't have enough clam juice from our fresh clams, so what I do is I buy a Bumblebee. And folks, this stuff is made in Astoria, Oregon. That's about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours as a crow flies from here. And if you're ever up in the Pacific Northwest in Oregon, make sure you stop and go through the museum, the Bumblebee Museum. It's really great. We're going to do 1 cup of this. Add that in there. We're going to do half a cup chicken stock. We're going to add 2 cloves of garlic and heat that up. Okay, what we've done, we've got 3 cups of cubed chopped potatoes. You want to boil these for about 10 minutes. We're going to throw those in there. Now we're going to take 3 cups of half and half. We're going to reserve the last cup to add flour to. My exact measurements here. And that's the last cup will be the thickening part. Now also I'm going to add ½ teaspoon of salt, ½ teaspoon black pepper, and of course I have to add my Cajun seasoning. Tony Chachere's. Never leave home without it. Yeah, gotta have it. ½ teaspoon of this. You gotta bring Louisiana to the left coast here. ½ teaspoon of that. Now we have that on low just to keep that warm right now. What we're going to do next, we're going to chop up our clams and cook those for about 10 minutes in boiling water. Alright, my sous chef is chopping clams. First thing he's doing is he's cutting that neck off right there. He's going to split it in half. You're going to slice that thin because it's very tough. You're going to put that to the side. Take the rest of it here. You're going to slice that. Next, we're going to drop these in boiling water for about 8 minutes. Alright, we cooked our clams here for 8 minutes. We're going to add that. Now, like I said, that's on medium heat. The next step, well, let's go to the next step. Now we're going to add 3/4 cup of butter. Alright, we're almost there. Got our salted butter melted. Now we're going to add 3 tablespoons of flour. I don't measure anything, so just kind of guesstimate. Stir that in. Let that dissolve and heat up. See how it starts to thicken up right there? Now what we're going to do, we're going to add the rest, the 1 cup, or half and half here. Going to add that. Okay, now it's going to thicken up. We're going to add this to our clam chowder. Thicken it up. Now we're done. It's starting to thicken up. You see how that is? It's going to thicken up really quick. So what we're going to use this, our clam chowder, to thicken it up. I use about half of that to start out with. Stir it around a bit. It's 3/4. So thickened up a bit. Stir it in. It's almost like dough, y'all. This is where you have to kind of judge it by sight. This is where it starts to thicken up. Now we're going to let that simmer for about 10 minutes. Y'all, I've chopped up some fresh parsley. I'm going to add some bacon we cooked earlier. I'm going to try this. It's been a while since I tried my clam chowder. I've tried a lot of clam chowder here on the left coast. And man, it just doesn't compete. It doesn't. So, this is a taste of home here. Wow. That's off the chain. Anyway, yeah, you're not going to find a better clam chowder outside of Louisiana, period. Please try this recipe. If you have any questions, just leave it in the comments. I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. So, make sure you subscribe to us. Hit that bell notification down there. Or as we say in Louisiana, let the good times roll. Thanks for watching. Let's get started. So, we've chopped up our celery. You need 1 medium onion. Good. Okay, cut. 3/4 cup butter. Cut. Wow. That is off the chain. You know, I've had a lot of clam chowder here on the left coast. Y'all just don't compete with Louisiana clam chowder. Period. So I hope you try my recipe and really kick it out of the park. Because this clam chowder is just off the chain. You don't get any fresher ingredients than the Razor Clams that we caught last night.